Hi, everybody. We'll be ready to go in just 1 second.
Hey, Kevin,
Yes, sir.
can I have permission to record?
Yeah, I'm already recording it, so I'll send it to you, but feel free to record yourself.
Awesome. I need permission to record if you can give it to me. If not, that's fine.
How do I do that?
I don't know. Usually if you like go over like my square box, there should be like the three dots. And if you click on that, it should be able to give me permission to record. Yeah, it did it. Awesome. Thanks, Kevin.
All right, 1 second.
Am I taking this off?
Yeah, you can take it off. All right, everybody, how we doing? As you can see, Coach McCombs is here. We're going to have her start with a opening statement. Coach, if you want to lean forward a little bit or bring down the laptop a little bit. There we go. Perfect. All right, Coach, we'll start with an opening statement, and then folks will, if you want to ask a question, just please use the raise hand function, and we'll go from there. Coach?
All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for being here today. Today is a dream come true to have an opportunity to represent George Washington University as women's basketball head coach. I'm just thrilled and honored and privileged to be in this leadership role, and I'm excited to get started with our young women.
All right, we'll take questions. If anybody wants to, we'll start with Emily from the Hatchet.
Hi, Coach. How are you doing?
Good. Hi, Emily.
Yeah, so just to start it off, how will you define and measure success in your first year here at GW?
Yeah, that's a good question. We're going to look at commitments and controllables and a lot of little things that we want to do to get better. And so I think, we're going to start that with digging in with our current players, on the roster. And then obviously we're going to add in recruiting, the spring, summertime, and into the fall. So, again, we're just going to look at all the little things, that we can do. We're going to build our culture, which is so important as, we're going to lay the foundation here. So I think as we want to be successful, it'll be by doing all the little things the right way, from the beginning.
All right, we'll go to Jake next.
Hey, Coach. Jake Rom, WDVM TV. Congrats on getting the coaching job here at GW. Just kind of talk to me, last coaching job you had, you were just at the NCAA tournament this year. What do you have planned in store here for GW to get them back to, their NCAA tournament ways that they were a few years ago?
Yeah, thanks, Jake. It took us a while to get to the top point of our women's basketball program, at Stony Brook. And so I think, again, we did that. I have a blueprint for that by just laying the foundation. And it's a process. It's going to take time. It's not going to happen tomorrow. But again, I think that this is a storied program. So we're recruiting to a place that people know. There's history, there's tradition, there's banners. This is an amazing academic institution in our nation's capital. And so with all of the things that we can talk about, it's a very attractive place for young women to come and, live for 4 years and experience, just greatness. And so I think we're going to be able to do that. I don't know what the timeline is, what that looks like, but I'm definitely confident that this is a special place and we're going to be able to get banners here for our women.
Thank you.
We'll go to Marcus.
Hey, Coach, what sort of style of play are you looking to implement here, and how do you feel like the current roster fits into it?
Thanks, Marcus. I think, like I said in the press conference, we want to defend, we want to rebound and run. So our identity will be our defense. And so it's an exciting style. It's what we were able to do at Stony Brook. I think, again, our defense tells us if we win, our offense tells us by how much. So we're going to be tough. We're going to be gritty. We're going to be hardworking on the court. We can control those things. We can control our effort and how hard that we work every day. As far as our roster is concerned, next week I'll have an opportunity to start working, with our players. And so I'm excited about that. I know they really are excited to get on the court and in the weight room and have their postseason experience. So, all those things are to be determined. But, to answer your question again, it's going to be our identity is going to be our defense.
All right, we'll go to Natalie next.
What excites you most about your opportunity that you have now at GW?
Thanks, Natalie. So many exciting things just to be able to pinpoint one thing. I think one thing that is going to be really big for me and for our program is just the growth, that impact that we can have with the young women here under our leadership, with Tanya and with John. I just know that as a department, we're going to grow. And for me and this team, that's what we want to do is grow our young women. And so who they become and the impact they have on others, that excites me to help them to be, their very best. And so I want to pour that into them, every single day. So I'm excited about that.
Jen Hatfield.
Hi, Coach. Welcome to GW. During the introduction earlier, we heard a lot about the folks you've worked under and with, and kind of your journey as a coach. I'm curious if you've asked anyone, any of those people, for advice during this process, and if so, what the best piece of advice you got was while you were deciding to take this job.
Thanks, Jen. Yes, I believe that I am still in contact, with my mentors and former head coaches that I've worked for. Obviously with Coach McEwen, this is just such a special place to his heart. And, what he did here, was unbelievable for such a long period of time. I think that both Coach McEwen and Coach Baronato told me to take some time off because they know how I am. And I, just want to work, and I love what I do. So to me, it's not work, but I want to get started with everything. And so they both, and it's funny that they both told me that I need to take a break. And so I value that information. I know I'm going to get my break, but I believe that as we are able to be on campus with our players for the next 2 weeks, that's really where I want to be. And once they get back home, right, for summer for a little bit, that'll be my break as well.
Jake, go ahead.
Yeah, Coach, you mentioned about the defensive side of the ball. GW past few years has been very good defensively. The problem with them has been putting points on the board to win those games. The defensive side, though, was that a reason that this place kind of looked like the next place for you on the list for coaching? What was the specific reason why you came here? And what are you going to do offensive wise to try to spark this team, put more points on the boards and get more wins?
Yeah, thanks, Jake. I don't think I was necessarily looking at what the team had done in the past. I looked at this just as an opportunity from where the program has been. And so I just think that not that this is a sleeping giant, but it does need to be woken up right now. And so I love that defense has been instilled in them. I'm going to instill our style of defense, but I think on an offensive note, defense will ignite our offense. And so if we commit to playing good defense, that'll lead to transition opportunities for us. And that's a really exciting style that our teams have played. And so, defending, rebounding, right? Whether that's a rebound or a turnover, whatever that defensive stop is, we want to turn that into points. And so we'll work on that transition, from defense to offense. That's going to be so important for us. I think that, skill development is how you get better at your offense. Obviously, we have to find a system that fits, these players for us to be successful. But, we need to work on our skills. We need to shoot threes. We need to make layups. We need to get to the free throw line and do all of those little things. And so, we're going to have an attacking mentality on offense. We're not going to be passive. I want our players to know where their opportunities are within our offense. So in all of our skill development, it's going to be catered to how we're going to play, the shots that they're going to get within our offense. So it's not going to be a surprise what they're supposed to do when they catch the ball on the wing.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Emily from the Hatchet, go ahead.
Hi. What are going to be some of your, main focuses this offseason to get the team ready when the season rolls around next year?
Yeah, I think main focuses, right now is, just meeting with the team and setting a tone for the culture and what that's going to look like. So really building those relationships off the court. We'll build relationships, on the court as well. But I think it's going to be really important for us to get in the gym with the current players, obviously recruiting. We'll have time in the summertime to really dig in and spend time together. I think that's going to be really important with myself and a staff that we're working to assemble. I think, just building those relationships this summer is going to be really imperative. So they know who we are, we know who they are. And again, it's just laying the foundation, doing it the right way, investing in these young women.
Jen, go ahead.
Perhaps this is a question both for you and the administration, but I'm just curious if you can shed a little light on the timeline of, this process, how quickly it went, and then also just, how it's been emotionally for you deciding to leave Stony Brook.
Yeah. As far as a timeline is concerned, I've had numerous conversations, with John and with Tanya, and just from the very beginning, I could tell they were people that I wanted, and I was already connected with. So, we had a few conversations and that were just really exciting up to leading my phone call, with the president. I feel like it's a lot to say goodbye and to say hello in a short period of time, especially with how I am. And I really try to pour my life into the lives of our young women. And so it was a lot to say goodbye virtually, where, you're used to seeing these young women every day and just feel like I love to go to practice. So when you go to practice, to me, I'm getting, that's my time with you, especially in COVID season, because, they don't come and hang out. We don't go to lunch as much. And some of those things, it's just that personal touch that we could have right now was a little bit more limited. So it was definitely difficult to say goodbye. I'm so thankful for all of the young women that I've been able to be a part of their lives in my time at Stony Brook. But this next chapter gives me more opportunities to impact more young women. And I want to have those relationships with my former players as well. And it'll just be, I won't be their coach right now. And so we kind of move forward with that.
All right, Cardell.
Hey, how you doing, Coach? The DMV is loaded with basketball talent. What I wanted to ask you is, what are your plans as far as getting GW back into the mix, as far as high school and AAU basketball in the area, so that players in the area will start looking more and more towards GW than going elsewhere?
Yeah, well, a passion that I have is recruiting and developing relationships. And so I've been fortunate to work in different places throughout the country. The DMV has always been a great place to recruit in. And so for us, those relationships that I already have, it's reconnecting, them knowing me, knowing my history, my time with Coach McEwen. When I would come back here and recruit, everybody already loved me because I worked for Coach McEwen. So that wasn't hard. And so, but now I'm the leader of the program. And so I think just having those people believe in me, believe in this is an opportunity for, their daughter, their student athlete, where they can be successful. From an academic standpoint, they're going to get exactly what they want, for their daughters and coming to school here. And so it's going to be about the people. It's always about the people that you're going to be around every day. So, we're going to let them know who we are, what we're about, growing young women. And I believe we're going to be able to keep those local players, home.
We'll take one more question if we have it. Doesn't seem like we have it. Well, everybody, we appreciate you joining in and joining us in this beginning of a new era. I'll be sending out an email shortly with a link to photos from today's press conference, as well as a recording of this actual press conference. And if you need anything else, please just let me know. But Coach, welcome, and everybody, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.